Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back finally to another episode of Herm's House Podcast. How you doing? I'm your host, Herm, and this is my beautiful, lovely wife and co-host, Miss Christine. Hi, babe.
Hi.
How do you do?
I don't know if everybody's noticed, but David's had a voice change.
No, I didn't.
Surgery.
I was getting, wow, surgery? Yeah, wow. I'm transitioning into a man finally.
Into a voice, a new voice. And
I have been, forgive me.
Yeah, let's avoid doing that.
I will
clearing of the throats.
Yeah, I will do my best, but my voice is...
You're going to drive the listeners crazy.
Obviously, I know. I need like a cough mute button. Yeah, I got sick or something, and then it just kind of hasn't gone away. So I maybe should go to the doctor.
You think I've been trying to tell you?
I know.
It's been like a month since you've been like this.
We've had stuff to do. With that said, we have taken quite the break. Just a quick explanation as to what all happened. Basically, we were trying to do some bigger things with the podcast, and we entrusted a few people that I would just say didn't deliver on some promises that they had, and kind of left us waiting and waiting and waiting. And then finally we're like, never mind, we'll just do it ourselves again. So here we are to the original format. I think we'll be keeping it this way from now on, at least for the foreseeable future.
For now.
Yeah. But with that said, let's do a quick recap as to everything that has happened in the past couple of months, I guess.
I know. I'm trying to think like.
Well, the first
last episode,
biggest thing would be that we went to Paris. We flew 10 plus hours to London. I didn't get but more than half an hour of sleep on the flight, and it was a red eye, so it was middle of the night. And oh yeah, you went right to sleep. You threw on that little hoodie Instagram that we bought, and which I knew, and I was worried that was going to happen because you got me one too, which is super dope because it has a little eye mask on the hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew I was going to get instantly hot, and that's what happened. So I was like, okay, well, I can't use it. I was thinking about like throwing it on my back.
So let's just you're jumping around a lot here.
We're on the plane.
I know, but you're like, and then there was this hoodie and so before the plane ride, I bought us the Instagram famous, if you haven't seen them.
What are they called?
Comfort. It's called Comfort, but it's COMFRT. Yeah. And they're hoodies. They got me. I was like, we're going to go on this long plane ride. I need to, these hoodies would be perfect because they have like your automatic sleep mask in the hood, and they look so cozy, and they have a bunch of pockets that I don't think I even use, but besides the point, lots of pockets for lots of activities if you wanted to use them. Anyways, that's where I got them, and I got us both hoodies to wear for the plane ride because it's a 10-hour plane ride. And obviously, like David said, didn't last that long.
Mine got hot.
Yeah.
So I put it on, and then once I got hot, I took it off. I was like, okay, can't do this. And my shirt, which I had to buy a new shirt, by the way, because I ruined the shirt that I was wearing the day of flight. Like I always have like a travel shirt, which is just like a thin, nothing fancy. We ended up going and getting wings or something. And yeah, I like a child, never fails. I got stuff on my shirt. So I was like, I don't want to fly like this. So we were right next to the outlet mall. So we went and got me a new shirt. And then I throw on this hoodie when we get to the airport, and I go to take it off because it's solid black. And I go to take it off, and there's black lint on my entire shirt. And I'm just like, this is such a great start. This is going to be dope. Yeah. I watched like 3 movies on the way there.
Well, so the thing about it too is before we were leaving, I told him to take some melatonin. I'm like, let's take melatonin. Mm-hmm. It'll help us sleep the trip, and we'll be good to go.
And I didn't.
And you didn't take it.
Well, I don't do well with melatonin. It's my favorite. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
But you didn't even try.
I did when we got there.
Yes, but you didn't even try on the plane.
Right.
So I slept the whole way.
Yeah.
I messed up though. I missed the first meal because I took it right when we got there, and they're like, and we're going to be serving our first in-flight what is it, supper or whatever. Yeah. And I was like, oh man. And I didn't even make it to the supper. I don't know how fast it got there from the time they announced it to the time they actually got to our seats.
Which was great for me.
I was out.
Because they were apparently on a 10-hour flight from Phoenix to London. They give free alcohol. So I was like, well, I'll have a beer. She'll also have a beer. I'll have another beer. And she will also have, she's just passed out with her hoodie mask on. So she's going to get up. She's going to have them in a little bit. She's going to be so thankful. And I'm just crushing because they're not picking up any of the trash. That was one thing that I noticed. They never walked by and was like, trash. And even when they did, Speedy Gonzalez just running through. And it was like, goodness gracious. But they kept giving me beer. And then the flight attendant was super cool because then she walked by and then just kind of dropped 2 more off for me and Chris and was like, boom, here you go. We went with our friends, Chris and Serena, and they're worldwide travelers. They go everywhere all the time. I think they're somewhere right now, like in Italy or something. But they basically told us, hey, we have an extra room because they had like a town home that they rented. So if you guys want to come, all you got to do is pay for your flights and, whatever we're doing there, and that's it. So it was like that alone on a trip to France would have, for what we were there for like 5 days, 5 nights, I guess, would have been, I would imagine at least $1,500, if not $2,000.
Was it 5 nights? I thought it was just like 3 nights.
Well,
4
we
nights?
get there technically Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, 4 nights.
Okay. I was like, it wasn't not 5 nights. It was like 4. Yep. Felt like 3.
But it was, I was exhausted. And then I highly recommend if you're going to fly to another country that isn't connected to our continent, you should probably have a little bit more time to get used to the jet lag. Acclimate to the time zone is 9 hours difference, I think, for us. And yeah, it was a rough one. But we got up. We went to the Louvre. For those of you who are not familiar, it is, I believe, the biggest art museum on the planet.
Is it?
Yeah, you can Google that one, but I think so. It's very famous. For sure, one of the most famous, if not the most famous.
Well, we talked about it in one of these episodes.
One of which episodes? About the Louvre?
Yeah.
The Louvre? You gotta say it with you gotta roll your R with the back of your tongue. Louvre. Yeah.
Yes. The Louvre is the largest museum in the world by exhibition space.
Welcome to another episode of Herm's Fun Facts. The Louvre is the largest.
Did you know that before you said it?
Yeah. Yeah. I took French.
Yeah.
I took French in high school, and that's why I was, anyway. I obviously didn't know how massive this place was. It was unbelievable. I don't know. Did we see the whole thing?
I don't know.
I feel like we
honestly
still had like a second half, but everybody was exhausted.
No, but I think we did. I feel like we went through all those areas.
No, because when we walked out, we went to the French part.
We went around.
No, but we went to the French, like we saw the Napoleon and all that stuff. There was a whole opposite side that we could have gone and looked at and done all that. So we should have made like a big oval, and we did not. Yeah, we stopped at the restrooms and we're like, heck, I was falling asleep with my head up against the wall while I'm waiting for you guys to go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get robbed. So that was crazy. It was so like pretty. All the art, all the paintings, and all the stuff when you see them in person. Like I've always seen them in like my art books or history books or whatever, and it's like they look cool, but it's just a picture and a little thing. But you actually get to see it, and it almost looks exactly like what they have. A little picture, and it's like, well, some of those paintings were as big as a wall. Like they were just so big. And then we got to see the Mona Lisa, and I think because all the reviews or whatever that I've seen about the Mona Lisa, they're like, it's tiny. So you get there, and I'm expecting like a postcard, but you get there, it's like an 8x11. Like
it was a decent portrait size.
It was good. I saw that's pretty cool. It was wild how protected it was, because just I want to say like a week or two before we went there, a dude ran up on it and was dressed as a pregnant lady.
No, an old lady.
An old lady?
An old lady.
And had cake.
Had a cake.
Chucked cake at the painting. It's behind bulletproof glass and all kinds of stuff, but
like it didn't get on the actual picture because it's covered. But
they had like I would say probably an 8-foot barrier in front of it, and then a bunch of security guards just standing in front of it. Like it was crazy. But we got a 2 picture. Pictures galore. And then we went and did a food tour, like a hidden food tour, a local food tour, which was pretty awesome. Our French Mexican tour guide, Marcel, was pretty awesome. He let us know that he was literally French and Mexican because his French father met his Mexican mother in Mexico City on a culinary trip that he took, and she was an artist. And he shot his shot after several days of being there, and lo and behold, it worked out. So that was pretty cool. He spoke Spanish as well. I speak Spanish, and it was neat to be able to relate like that. And then we went and saw, just walking around and see, what was it? The Basilica, where they shot John Wick. The
that
movie.
Was before. Or you're talking about on the food tour?
Yeah. Because he showed it was like,
it's a little tour of the little city right there.
I don't remember what it was a village, right?
Monte.
Right.
Monte. Something Monte.
Yep. It was something like that.
Wherever the Basilica is, town.
It was that town.
I can probably look it up.
A lot of little shops and things like that, but we went to stop, had macaroons. I don't like macaroons. I've had them before, and we went. That was one of the first stops. He was going to give us like a little piece of chocolate and macaroons.
It wasn't the Basilica.
Just put
the Basilica's in Rome, Italy.
Oh wow, we're really close.
Vatican City. You said Basilica.
I said I wasn't even close.
I'm gonna say what church?
Yeah, John Wick Church. Just put that. Anyways, they gave us these macaroons while she's searching, and I was ready to be like, pass. You guys can have them, but I was like, I'll just give it a shot. Well, that was the best thing I ever had. It was so good. I don't even like chocolate, and they gave us these little chocolates because they made them there at the store, and apparently like this is a local, one of a kind, award-winning chocolatier / macaron.
It is a Basilica.
So I was right.
Sacre Correr.
Sacre Correr. Sacre Correr. That's how you would pronounce it if you were in France.
Montmartre.
Montmartre. Yeah, Marte.
Montmartre.
He told us what it meant too, and I forgot.
Yeah, that's where it was. That town.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. But that church, he explained to us, was supposed to be kind of like what the Eiffel Tower is for Paris, for that town.
It's what's supposed to be what Paris was known for.
Yes, that was supposed to be the monument, but due to I think it was wars and then the funding and all this stuff, they had the opportunity to build.
It just took them forever to build it. Yeah, and then the Eiffel Tower was built first.
So after they finished the church, they planted a ton of trees in the eye view to where if you were standing at the tallest part of the stairs, you should be able to see the Eiffel Tower. But because of all the trees, that was that level of petty that they were like, yeah, we're good. We're not. You can't even see it.
Yeah, so they made it. They were petty, and they made it so that way there were no views of the Eiffel Tower from the top of that church. Because the church, if you ever see it, or if you saw John Wick, you'll see that's on like this mountain. Mm-hmm. That's what the Monte is, some kind of mountain, right? And so it's on this mountain. And so normally if you're up there, you'd have a really pretty view of the Eiffel Tower. But because of how petty they were about the Eiffel Tower getting built first, they planted a bunch of trees in place. So there's absolutely no view of the Eiffel Tower from that church.
Yeah, it was.
And that is
hilarious.
Hilarious.
Afterwards, we then went to the Eiffel Tower. We drove by the Arc de Triomphe, famous for those of you who do not know what the Arc de Triomphe is a giant monument as well. It's not nearly the size of.
It's the big rectangle thing with like the giant door.
What was it?
Rectangle.
Yeah,
well, because
like a half oval.
Yeah, like the big circle around it. It's a big roundabout that goes around it. If you've seen it in movies or pictures, you're trying to explain it historically, and I'm like, you know that thing? It's like a big building, but like not in the middle, and there's like a big
like a
see people driving around it. Yeah.
That was where, after the U.S. liberated France from the Nazis, we had a big parade and marched right through it, and you know, basically told them Nazis to go kick rocks. That's what it's most famous for, at least to Americans. Then we got to check out the Eiffel Tower, took some pictures. It's pretty neat. I got a free little tiny Eiffel Tower because one of the, I would say, like, gypsy salesmen. I don't really know.
Gypsy.
I don't know. That's what they told us. There was a bunch of gypsies around, so I just assumed that's what it was.
Who said there was a bunch of gypsies around?
I think it was probably Jacob. I don't know.
No one said.
Yeah, for sure.
I never heard anybody say there's a bunch of gypsies.
Yeah, Google that. Google that one.
Google.
Is there gypsies around the Eiffel Tower selling stuff?
No.
And then, but he was like, he said something in French, and I was like, I answered in French. I know 11 French words, and one of them is like, "What's up?" It's "Ça va," and I said that to him. He's like, "Oh, you speak French?" And I was like, "Actually, nope. That's about as far as it goes." And then he kept talking to me, but I kept responding, and I kind of feel like it was because I didn't tell him to go kick rocks. That he was like, "Come here, man. I got something for you." And he gave me like a little tiny Eiffel Tower keychain thing.
Gypsies are women, just so you know.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh.
Gypsies are women.
That was like
it's like a Roma or gypsy women.
Roma?
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyway, they're selling all these like Eiffel Tower, little figurines and whatnot. We didn't get to see it all lit up. Apparently, they only do it like once an hour.
Because I was watching it from the car.
Yeah, but not there.
Yeah, it was a lot to do in a short amount of time.
Right. And not enough time to like experience it.
Not enough time to experience it, and not enough time to catch up, like in sleep wise, or like I need sleep. I definitely, if I don't sleep, then I am grumpy, or I get migraines, or like just my body does not feel right, and I'm not having a good time. And I was feeling that a lot while we were there.
Yeah.
And
it was rough.
Yeah, it was really rough and trying to get around. I was super anxious. Like, I'm just overly anxious all the time. But I think being in a different country, away from the kids, everything's new, not quite sure like what's happening. And then like people are like, oh, be careful because people pickpocket. Like just like all the things. And then like with the current events happening around the world, it made me a little nervous overall. And my anxiety, then lack of sleep, my anxiety gets the best of me. So yeah, it was rough.
And then the next day we go to Disneyland Paris, which was, I was excited. I was like, okay, cool. It's another Disneyland, different location. Let's see what they got. We get there because you always want to do the rope drop, which again, for me, rope drops like, okay, sure, whatever. And for her, it's like a big deal. She enjoys it. It's exciting for her. And
the rope drop is at the beginning, the opening of the park.
The park opens.
So, and it's basically like they start letting people in, but only to a certain point, and they have a rope there.
Mm-hmm.
And then once the park opens, they play this music, and all this stuff happens, and then the rope.
It's an experience.
They drop the rope, and then you go to whatever first ride, and it's cool because if you're there at that time, usually the first ride that you get to, there's not really a line, so you try to hit up the rides that like have the longest line throughout the day. Yeah, because the faster you get there, the faster you can ride.
Yeah, and we get there, and every ride is supposed to be open when the park opens. Well, that one wasn't. What did we do? It wasn't called Haunted Mansion. It was
Phantom Manor.
The
Haunted Mansion is called the Phantom Manor.
Right. Very similar to the Haunted Mansion. I was about to say the Phantom Mansion.
Haunted Mansion is what is in California, traditional, also in Disney World. But Florida. In Paris, it's called the Phantom Manor.
Yeah. And so we're waiting and we're like, what is happening? I think it was probably 15 minutes before they finally opened it.
They finally actually opened the ride.
The ride.
Like, imagine you Disney people, like, you couldn't even get in the line yet. Like, the line was closed.
The line to the door.
The line to the door. The line, yeah, the gate to the line was closed. And it took them forever to open up.
And it was cold.
It was cold.
It was probably like 40 degrees. Mm-hmm. And it was very chilly. And then we get there, and they're not. I didn't feel like they were like in character when they opened the door. They were just kind of like, "Come on."
You're used to the Disney magic of
Correct.
California.
That's why I was disappointed.
And I've gotten you spoiled by the Disney magic of California.
Right. And I figured, I don't know, it's Paris. They're fancy. It's going to be, it was not. And we did the ride. The ride was cool because it was like actually almost kind of scary. I was like, oh, dang.
It was scary. Like, it was really scary compared to like the Haunted Mansion. I was scared as a child with the Haunted Mansion.
I think Gordy would have been like legit.
Oh, would have freaked out. Closed. I was scared right now as an adult going through that ride. I was like, ooh, awesome. Like there's some crazy looking like animatronics. Things were like creepy.
Pretty creepy.
Yeah. So then, like you were it's like a Spirit Halloween level of creepy. I felt like.
I mean, I'll give you a level down from Spirit, but yeah, it was up there. And we go to do that the food experience thing. What was the restaurant?
Oh, because you can do a Disney dining. So we ate at the Walt Disney
American
themed.
Something.
It was Walt Disney's American cuisine or something like that.
So we go, but
the cool thing is where it's at is it's on Main Street, if you know Disney, which is like the main entrance of Disney in all Disneylands, right? So it's on that second floor there, but then the parade was happening right outside the window. Mm-hmm. So it was a really good area to be at, really good view.
It was cool. That was really cool to see because, of course, the floats are very tall. And the people are there, and then even like because the people you're almost on eye view with, because it's like on a second story.
Yeah.
And you're like on eye view, and you're sitting there seeing them. They see us through the window, and they wave at you, and you're like, "Oh, they looked at me. Yeah. Let's go."
It was also fun to watch, like people watch and see all the people all excited on the street to
it was neat, the little kids
see the parade and everything like that.
But we get to ordering, and order. They have a menu. It's like a set menu, but you get to pick from the set menu, and you get to open with like a appetizer thing. One of the appetizers was a chicken pot pie. Cool. That sounds good. I went with that. Then the next two options was like a chicken, right? Like I honestly don't remember. Yeah. Right. And the other one was
barbecue chicken.
Barbecue chicken. The other one was chile con carne. Chile con carne in the United States, which we were an American cuisine restaurant, right? But in the United States, it's literal chile, which is I would say like peppers that you boil and you put them and make a sauce, and then you put the meat in there, and then you got chile con carne, right? That's what it's supposed to be. Well, we get there, they bring them to my plate, and it is basically a bowl of chili, and some meat on a bed of rice. And I was like, boy, they for real gave me chili con carne. Chili with meat is what it was. I mean, it was fine, I guess.
Like chili beans.
Like chili beans.
Yeah. Chili beans.
Wolf chili.
And then was it ground beef on the rice?
No, it was like a chopstick.
Okay.
But not in any way chili con carne. You can imagine my disappointment. I was very like, okay, that's my bad. Y'all were being very literal. I was expecting what we eat, and we didn't get that.
No.
And then for dessert, I don't remember what they brought out for dessert. It's something. But it's just underwhelming, I would say. Mm-hmm. But at least we got to spend a ton of money for it. I'm gonna say for the two of us, it was like $150. And yeah, it was like a lunch-ish type of thing. It starts to rain while we're there. Mm-hmm. Luckily, I brought ponchos. Good job, me. Mm-hmm. So everybody throws on the ponchos, and we're just kind of hanging out. And it's towards the end of the day, and we were saying like, what would make this at least a little bit better? let's go get corn dogs. It's Disneyland. You have to get corn dogs. Anybody who goes to Disneyland, you know that the corn dogs are superior corn dogs. They're great. And plus the experience and whatever. When we go and they have corn dogs, there's one little stand. It's got corn dogs. We finally find it. We all get the corn dog. And it comes with like chips and a soda or something. Everybody takes a bite and everybody's like, oh my God, y'all messed up the corn dogs too. Oh my word. These are terrible.
But I think what like I forgot to like remember and what you wouldn't know is like the food isn't the same overseas. Like the food is different. It's made different. All of their food is different.
You don't figure they're shipping in corn dogs though?
No.
They made them there?
No, they make them there. Like that's if they were shipping to be different.
Somebody give me Walt Disney on the phone right now.
But think about it. Like there's different food quality stuff there and here, and the way they make things there and here, right? So the food's different. If you eat overseas, it's not going to be the same as you eating here. Like everything's just different.
Yeah.
And I forgot that.
More different.
And so but as I'm there, I'm like, yeah, this makes sense. Like this stuff isn't. But what I noticed too, like you say, things are different, right? My stomach didn't hurt. Like it hurts here with certain foods.
Again, I think because that was one of the, go back the day before when we did the food tour, a lot of cheese. And she was freaking out. She doesn't do well with cheese. She gets a little fartsy. And she tried them. Nothing. She was fine. A lot of it, I think, was like goat cheese, right? It wasn't.
Honestly, I mean, I don't know. All I know is that my stomach wasn't hurting.
I'm almost talking to Marcel. I'm almost certain that he said a lot of these were goat cheeses. And I never had goat cheese. It just sounds weird because it's from a goat. I don't know.
I mean, I didn't eat all the cheeses though either, but I did eat a lot of the cheese that I did like. So
yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
but yeah.
But I mean, but all the rest of the food too. Like my stomach didn't hurt,
right?
Like it normally hurts when I just eat regular food.
Yeah, that was we probably allow a lot more preservatives and.
That's what I'm saying. Is that's why it tastes different. That's why it's not the same. It's like
it's hard to mess up cornbreading though, and they did it.
But it's funny because you say mess up, but it's not necessarily that like that's what they're used to over there.
I feel like it was stale. It wasn't even really the flavor. It was stale. It was like crumbly.
That's just made differently. Not just have the preservatives in it to hold it all together.
Give me my preservatives, bro. Give me my preservatives. And let me have it. I'm going back now. I just want to go back to Disneyland to like redeem, to like wash out my mouth.
You know what? Let's do it.
Let's go to Disneyland.
Let's take you there. You know what?
First
your idea.
Go. I'm going straight to the corn dog guy. Give me a corn dog now. I'm gonna have it for breakfast.
Breakfast corn dog. Actually, probably has breakfast corn dog. Be good, like a pancake. Corn dogs.
That's not the same
sausage.
Thing. It's the pancake with the sausage, and then sometimes they got a little blueberries in it. Anyways, but then. It just wasn't the best. And then we finally go back.
It was cold.
It was so cold and rainy.
And like everything. Like we're trying to
very gloomy. Gloomy.
Yeah.
And then we end up going afterwards. Did we even go get dinner?
I don't think so.
I don't even think we went. Yeah. It was just one of those days. It was a downer. And then the worst part is we get back and there's no like convenience stores or anything. So they had a little market and the market closed like right as we got there every night. It was just like, we went to the hotel's dinner. That's what we did that evening. We went to the hotel's dinner. But that was fine. The drinks were good. They made some good drinks there at the bar and the food was pretty good. But yeah, afterwards, you just all went back to the room. And then you turn on the TV and everything's in French. You're in France. Duh. Like silly. But you would imagine that we would be able to stream, like mirror your phone. And it wasn't a smart TV. And I was like, okay. So I have my phone. Trying to watch a little bit of something.
He just didn't enjoy the non-American stuff.
Technology I don't think is American, but okay. I feel like everybody has screen mirroring. except for that one hotel, which, whatever.
I guess you don't know because you've only experienced that one.
That's fair. I guess we'll find out. But whatever. Anyways, we left Paris. I definitely want to go back. I'm going to need 2 weeks. Day 1 and 2, we're just chilling. Maybe go get some food. Sleep. And then afterwards, then you can start planning stuff to where you have to wake up a little bit early and do all that stuff. That's fine. We got back from Paris. Let's see. We're looking at our calendar and just we got to go see our goddaughter Bella. We went to one of her tournaments, which we haven't been to in forever. She lives in El Paso, and we got to go hang out with our friends. That was my first travel tournament because I coached softball and football and baseball and all that stuff. But my biological children were never in travel, anything. Now, I don't know that I could do it every weekend like some of these parents are doing. Like they're going every weekend and they're having to stay at like hotels. And this one was quote unquote locals, 45 minutes away, so you didn't have to get a hotel. But it was pretty cool. And hanging out with the team, we made some new friends. We're all hanging out and gosh, the tournament. It's one of those, you don't want your team to lose, obviously, but you're okay if they do. Because they lost the first one. If they lose a little early, we get our Saturday night back. Let's go ahead and get out of here. But no, the girls kept winning. And they lost the first game, but they just kept winning. And then they get there Sunday morning and get destroyed. They didn't wake up, and the parents are like, they do this all the time. They were so upset. And it was funny. It was fun to see. And I really liked the environment. I think, you kind of growing up in it. I mean, that was really, you guys did that all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you've never done it as a parent.
No.
So I think that was definitely, but it's funny because you're
softball.
watching and you're seeing the girls be you and your teammates, 20 years ago,
mm-hmm.
which by the way was probably actually more than 20 years ago, but yep.
No, that's probably about the time I started. Wait.
High school ball.
How old am I?
You're 35.
Okay, more than 20.
But anyways, that was a lot of fun.
It was just yesterday.
And then, yeah, right. Oh. And then we went Mother's Day. Mother's Day was a couple weekends ago. And I mean, I feel like we had a good Mother's Day, but obviously that would be your story.
I'm like, my brain is not recalling
what we did for Mother's Day.
I blame the concussion. I always blame the concussion. My brain is like not. You're saying all these things, right, that we're doing, and my brain's like, I don't remember.
Oh wow!
No, seriously.
I'm making up all these stories.
I'm like, why is my brain doing this right now? And maybe it's the exhaustion because we've been nonstop since Paris.
We have
like back to back of just things.
Yes.
That we're doing. Like, ow, my brain hurts. Just
Mother's Day.
Yes, I remember now. Okay. We said Mother's Day, or maybe I don't.
Okay, maybe not.
What did we do on Saturday?
Saturday of Mother's Day?
Yeah, that week. Like that weekend, we have stuff going on. It was Doodle's birthday.
Duh, we did Doodle's birthday thing. Went to Dave and Buster's. He turned 15. You know that, right?
My brain is... Bleh. Yeah, so that Friday, we did a little birthday thing for him. Or was it Saturday? Saturday. We did something on Friday. What do we do on Friday?
Yeah, I don't recall.
Yeah, because we did something on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday, because we had to do something early on Saturday.
Friday, we didn't do anything because I'm looking at our calendar and it says pick up Doodle. And that's all we did. Saturday morning, we had Gordy's end of season baseball party.
See, that's what it was.
Well, the Friday, we went and Gordy had football, like
there you go. We had conditioning.
Yeah, we're doing conditioning.
Conditioning on Friday. Football. So we did have something. It was conditioning.
Yeah.
And then we were supposed to go out. Didn't happen, thank goodness. And then, then it was the party. And then we went to Doodle's golf match. And then we went and celebrated Doodle's 15th birthday, which is insane that he's 15.
15.
Crazy.
Happy birthday, Doodle.
And then Mother's Day was the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And we went and had brunch at my Nana's house.
Right.
And then we went to go watch Michael, which is a good movie. The Michael Jackson movie.
Yep.
Very much so enjoyed that. And then we went to Cheesecake Factory.
I'll say on a scale of 1 to 5, Michael was a 4. Like, it was not the best movie I've ever seen, but it was definitely a really good one. It was wild to see it in one scene. It's not a spoiler. FYI, if you know anything about Michael Jackson, his dad was kind of mean, a little controlling. And in one of the scenes, we took Gordy with us to watch the movie. And one of the scenes, Michael's getting whooped with a belt by his dad. He's getting right in front of his brothers and everything, like just getting whooped with a belt. Because I guess he's being disobedient, whatever, right? And Gordy's getting up at the exact same time he's getting up because he had to go potty. It's guaranteed for Gordy to go potty. And he sees him get whooped and he just stops and stares at the screen like, oh my God. Like, oh, that's getting hit. Ooh. I was like, yeah, boy, keep messing around. I'm about to turn into Joe Jackson.
Yeah, and then he like sat on my lap and put his head on your shoulder.
Yeah. I love you, Daddy. Please don't hit me.
Maybe you don't beat me.
It was hilarious. Well, then that brings us to this past weekend, the most terrible weekend of I guess best weekend, whatever. Of
past week.
Father's young daughter's life. She graduated from high school. Our little bubby. Mm-hmm. She's now 18 years old, and she is now a high school graduate. And yeah, here soon we will be beginning the transition of moving her out to Texas State University. She's going to be a Bobcat. She was already a Bobcat. Friday before the graduation, we had her little party, a get together.
Yeah, because the graduation wasn't until 8 p.m.
on
Saturday, and there was no way we're going to have a party or get together after the graduation.
I wouldn't have even wanted to go. I'm like, I'm good. No. But it was a super fun party. God, we stayed up till like 2:30 in the morning with all our friends.
Mm-hmm. Lots of people came in and celebrated
karaoke.
her.
Even with this voice, it made me do karaoke, and it was rough, but
no, it was fun. It was good. We got to celebrate Bubby, and she got lots of presents.
I wrote her a poem, and I cried reading it to her.
You should read it now.
No, it was good though. I'd like to print that out and maybe frame it first. So you can take it or something. But
you didn't write it like I told you.
Like write it out?
Yeah, with your handwriting.
Well, I told you I was going to do that.
You didn't. You didn't do it. You're going to forget.
I'm like a child. No, I was in like printing it, like a little frame.
But I'm telling you, like it means more when it's in your handwriting.
I'll ask her what she wants. How about that? That way she'll be able to pick. And
I'm looking out to the openness because I thought you said you were going to pause the laundry.
I said dryer. I didn't know that was going to happen. That's not supposed to happen.
I don't know if you guys can hear it.
It's fine.
Our wall is lined with the
been trying to tell my
laundry room.
Wife for forever, just buy you a new washer and dryer. We've had these for, I want to say 10 years, if not longer.
No, we haven't. We've had these for since we moved into this house.
No, ma'am. We had these in El Paso. We've had these in El Paso. We bought these. We moved to the White House.
No.
Okay. You can't remember what we did on Mother's Day, but you're going to tell me how long we had them. Okay. Anyways, she refuses because they're so expensive, and then we'll go to Paris. But, which, in fairness, I will always condone going on trips rather than buying stuff because experiences are one thing, and material things or whatever. But yeah, we did the party. We went to the graduation. I'm glad that I did let it out for whenever Layla was at her party, because during the graduation I was just like, just happy for her and all that stuff. She had the cutest little cap that she did. It was what did she say? What does it say?
This is where my life begins.
This is where my life begins. A quote from Tangled from Rapunzel.
Not a straight quote. It's kind of the theme. The theme. Her thing is, when will my life begin?
It was part of the song.
Yeah, that's a song. It's when will my life begin? But she put, this is where my life begins.
Oh, so she's answering it.
Yeah.
This is when.
Yeah.
All right, makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, our friends came out from Texas. Our buddy Desmond came all the way down from Washington D.C. Parents came out from Texas. Yeah, it was cool. A lot of wild emotions, and then here in a couple weeks we're gonna take her for her freshman orientation to San Marcos, is where Texas State is at.
Yeah, I think I haven't fully, her and I had a moment the week leading up after we were not arguing, but kind of arguing, I guess, because, she still lives with us and there's still rules and things she has to follow, but kind of working through life like that. And then we were arguing and then crying at the end because she's leaving. And then, so that's when I experienced like the sadness, and like I get a little choked up when you were reading the poem, and a little choked up just different times.
You got choked up
when they say certain things. Like we were at one of her award ceremonies and they said something, but I know that once we leave her is when I'm going to lose it.
Yeah. I want to say I'll be fine, but
you're not. That's what you said about Vivo.
Whatever.
And you cried.
R.I.P. Vivo. That's my little dog. He's dead. Anyway. But yeah, that takes us to here now,
Mm-hmm.
We finally are scheduling these again, and we're going to be actively doing them, but
it's going to be like this.
Yeah.
Like what we normally do.
Just like this. But
maybe one day we'll have a big old production and everything like that, but not yet.
We'll see. We'll wait till, Bobby Bones calls us and says, "Hey, we want to buy your podcast." I'm like, let's go.
That would
Nashville
be like,
Network, holler.
You would cry.
Holler. Yeah, now you want to talk about crying? Yeah, absolutely.
Like Bobby Bones, his like network. Whatever.
But for now, we are just going to be career and do what we do, because I just got a new job. I'm a grown up again.
Yeah, you're working.
For those who are watching on YouTube,
it's not a football minute, because
it's not the football minute. Do not be confused.
Do not be confused, because he just turned his hat around. It's not a football minute. We're not even going there. We're not even starting yet. We don't have to sit through that yet. He just got a new job, so he's just showing off his hat.
2 months, but
and it says MW. I'm just kidding.
I mean, my screen it does. I now work for. I'm a account manager for WM Waste Management, and I have all of Southern Arizona, Central and Southern Arizona. Fancy. And today was my first day. She didn't pack me a lunch or anything, dude. She didn't even pack me a lunch. That was whack. The boss took us to lunch, but still.
Yeah. I would have made you a whole ass lunch. You were going to turn him down to go to lunch? No, you were not.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. So I don't want to hear it.
Of course not.
I am also working.
You had no idea.
No, I didn't.
Because I didn't know we were going to lunch.
I didn't know what your schedule was, period. Also, I was working. I was in the middle of working.
Sure. Everybody has excuses. And that one's yours. But today, it was first day. It was cool. I met a bunch of new people. And it was fun. I think this is going to be an exciting career opportunity. So, wish me luck. It'll be... Everybody's sick over here.
I got like a bug in my throat.
Ew, it better not be. It's gross. Yeah. But anyways.
I was sick in between there. So, yeah, there was that too.
Same.
And my period started.
Yeah, well, I feel like that happens fairly often.
Yeah, but not like this. Like, not often. Like, it's irregular. We can go all into this period talk if you like. The red light makes sense.
I'm going to pass.
Well, you brought it up.
I did not. You literally said it.
No, I brought it up.
You literally said it. I'm good.
Yeah, you tried to mansplain a period to me just now, so it just seems like it happens like that all the time.
I feel like she's on it right now. Anyways, so with all that said, thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, before I murder him.
Please.
Actually, so I can murder him.
Comment.
Actually, okay, I'm just going to say it. If he dies and gets killed, it wasn't me. Just because I'm saying that. Just because I'm saying that right now.
First.
And then, like, you're going to write a Netflix documentary or people are going to start looking into me. Like, what was the other podcast? Crime Junkies.
Crime Junkies.
And they're like, oh, on this episode, she said she was going to murder him.
And then he died.
No, I'm not. That was a joke. It was a joke.
As exactly what a murderer would say. Anyways, thanks for listening. Like, subscribe. Hopefully next time we record, my voice is a little bit better. No promises.
I'll do my best.
I am. I'm gonna call today. I'm gonna get it.
It's too late. It's already 7:42 p.m.
Triage hotline. It's 24/7. So that you're tracking. Anywho, you ain't gotta go home. You gotta get that guy here because we got stuff to do. Because we back, baby. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Huge thank you to our sponsors for keeping Herm's house going. Your support helps us continue our mission to uplift veterans, families, and our community.
If you want to support the show, it's easy. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're interested in sponsoring an episode or partnering with us, Reach out anytime at Herm's House Podcast on Instagram or email us at hermshousepodcast@gmail.com.
Thanks for visiting Herm's house. Y'all come back now, you hear?